Well, good afternoon. It's 4:20 where I am, so welcome to the show. This is just a chat show. Anybody has any comments or anything they want to talk about, just put it in the comments. There was an interesting chat about courts coming up in the previous show, where I did Fache's microwave weapon of the past. I think they may have used it. They display the technology, they display the images of it. I think they used it, conquering lands and getting rid of populations. I'll have to check if I'm live on D Live. Okay, there we are. Yeah, I'm live. Good stuff. Oh, there's two there. There's people watching me on D Live. How you doing, guys? Did you enjoy the show about Faches? Wake up, you're asleep. Hi. Iberian girl, hi. Oh, nobody watching now. Okay. Well, we'll keep that open. What do we have over here on YouTube? Nobody. It's a very quiet show. Oh, it could be a show just watching me. There you go. Things I want to talk about. Gosh, where's the list end? Always like the mud fossils. Here's one. It might show up better today. Let me see if I can get it to show up good. This is a mud fossil heart of a goose or a swan. I'm not sure. I don't know if that's going to show up very well. Let me get some different lighting for you. Oh, it's smoky. Ooh, there's like a mist. That's cool. Well, that does show up a lot better. So that's the top of the heart there. You can see the front. And the black parts there. There, that's awesome. The black parts there are where the blood was going in and out. There's one, oops, on the side here. Hold on, I'm reversed. So right here on the side, you can see that one. There's a ventricle that comes out that way, and it actually has a big bulge on it that's worn away because it's mostly an empty area. But we're getting some good images of it now. There we go. You can see the separate holes. You can see the separations in the chambers. The white parts there. Oops. Focus. That's trying to focus on me. Oh well, let's see who we have in chat. Mystery Schooler, how you doing? Cowboy Mystic John, yeah. This is a walking hat though. Hi Lucky, how you doing? So it's a free chat. If you guys have anything you want to talk about. Otherwise, I'll just ramble on about stuff. Which is fun. I enjoy it. So, did you check out, I guess you weren't there, did you stop in at my previous broadcast, the microwave Faches? I love showing that thing. So, I'm glad I did it in half an hour, too. you were talking about quartz crystals there, and I believe they have healing power with resonance, and we do. We use them as timers in watches. We use them in radios. There's crystals in radios. In our computers, the processor is a crystal. So crystals definitely are used for knowledge, storage, processing. They use it for a lot. Want to get some Arkansas quartz? Cool. I have a nice big chunk of rose quartz. I don't know where I put that. I have to think about it. There it is. Yeah, my grandmother, actually, it was hers. And I'm pretty sure she was a kitchen witch. So she enjoyed that type of thing, I think. Lived that type of thing. She had a spoon beside it, a kitchen spoon. I know she used it. She may have used it for laundry, but she also had a stick that looked like it had been through the laundry quite a few times. Just got back. I was without my phone till now. Wow. Must that's your last show. Wow, thanks, Scott. Lucky. You have a huge Herkimer diamond from Herkimer, New York. Cool. Grandma spoons and Dad's ashtrays. Yep. They were both heavy smokers too. Oh, cool. Glad you caught it, Paula. Yeah, we can see by that type of a video how we've been messed with, like not just now, but throughout history. Like if they've had that technology for 2,000 years plus, well, who's the keeper of knowledge these days? And in those days, we know who, the Vatican. So they must have known about it, right? So they have the Roman Empire, who knew about the fasces and probably used it very secretively, I bet. Those Roman shields would be a perfect cover for it. You put 3 shields around it and just pop it off, and nobody would be the wiser. And you decimate the enemy army, make them feel sick and ill. Yeah, the mainstream narrative is general BS. Yeah, Rome never fell, really, Scotty boy. You're quite right. It just went quiet, right? They found a different way to rule. So here's my grandma's rose quartz. Really nice one. It's not like a crystal shape. It's just a piece of a huge crystal. But yeah, rose quartz will help bring love and happiness to your house, apparently. So yeah, and I have a happy house. Hi, Linda. Germain, I don't know. I think ancient Greece is the beginning of the psyops. Ancient Greece was not a democratic. Yeah. Ancient Persia was much better to common people. That probably is correct, Lucky Smith. The Romans fashioned, if there really is like even a Roman person, I don't know. There's been some question about that. What are Romans really? Were they invaders from another place? Because they seem to have taken over the culture of Greece and emulated it and used their technology. Now, I don't know how they got that technology, but they probably stole it, from the Greece or from the Greek, who may have known it from an earlier time. What do you think about that, Lucky? Maybe an earlier people, maybe some Atlanteans, maybe some boat people, some of those sea peoples. that they talked about. Wonder if they brought the Fasces. Now that they play God on Earth, what tech they choose to release to us? The eaters, yeah, the useless eaters. My next live stream, Were Giants Real? Awesome, Mr. Schooler. In my opinion, absolutely. I did a video myself on that called How. That's huge, I think. Yeah, that's huge was the title. I'll have to make sure I have your channel. So, yeah. Let's see where you are here. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, I like the idea of giants and discussing them. It's fun. Uh, yeah, they have like. Well, yeah, of course. I think so, Mystery Schooler. Those are the microwave weapons. Yep. Fasces. I can share an image of it. Still have those up. I like this one because it really shows all of the technology. You can see this top part of it could be the magnet that they have to put over on the top, and there's a magnet probably on the bottom too, but they don't think they show that. But yeah, all the technology is there for it. Yeah, right, Mystery School. Everything was bigger in the past, so why not us? Yeah. Never hear anything negative about them. The Lemurians, yeah, I don't know. I'm not entirely down with that whole Blavatsky way of our evolution, where we were kind of like an ethereal being, then a more solid, but couldn't drown and couldn't die. I don't know. It's an interesting theory, but I'm not really into it that much. Like I know it, but yeah, I would say that interesting concept. So are they the ones to ever live in peace here? Um, Maybe Scotty Boy. Yeah. So far, the atomic world does not mimic the physical world. The physical world is constructed on of atoms. Hi, Black Lips. I would have to agree and disagree with that. Uh, if you look at the atom and then you look at the structures in our world, it kind of does. Not in the way that people think, more of an energetic thing. That concept, interesting concept, never sat with me either. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting, but people go for it because she's a famous psychic. So, yeah, right. There's so many examples of, well, even just giganticism, like giant bear, giant beaver, giant sloth. We're discussing this on another show, I think, the other day. But yeah, all the megafauna of North America and around the world, really, there was giant elk everywhere, giant deer, giant sloths, giant bears. You know, a sloth now is about 2 or 3 feet tall at most, and these ones were 18 to 20 feet tall. So that's a huge difference, in size. Sloth really is only about 2 feet. They're teeny little guys, really. But yeah, so they were about 10 times their size. Black, okay. Yeah. Genesis 6:2. Well, there's the two creation stories, the one by the Elohim and then the one by Yahweh, right? Read both stories there. and reference the Hebrew, and you can get the meaning of the word God as they have it there. You can go to Bible Hub and look at the Greek and see which God they were talking about, Yahweh, Elohim, or other gods. We're going to Mars now eventually, other planets. We'll mess with life. Yeah, we'll mess with life there. Yeah. Yeah, different atmosphere allowed for larger everything. See, these cataclysms seem to strip our atmosphere off as they go by, like some people say Venus went by. Well, that probably would have stripped a bunch of our atmosphere off. And a huge enough asteroid, I guess, could do the same thing, you know. But if we've had, I don't like Blavatsky much. I like him fine. I think the theory is interesting. But I like Velikovsky, Worlds in Collision, where he talks about us having different suns. And that would cause a lot of catastrophe and could be the reason that our Earth is the way it is right now. That's right. There are buildings of all sorts and sizes, probably fits to the size of the inhabitants, unless they were temporary shelters. Right, B. Freeman. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know why they make us do that, Scotty boy. It's, if we were taught proper science, like the science of light, instead of trying to use these huge particles and stuff, um, we would be so much further along. But they know that they probably already have all the advanced tech hidden. You know about the Basque people? Yep. Some believe they had the original language. Yeah, there was one world language at one time, written on rocks. We found evidence of it all over the world. So at one time we did speak with one language, at least in written, but probably in vocal as well. It's good to have you here, Black Lips. Everyone say hi. I don't recognize you from any of my shows before. So how you doing? Good to have you. You're a Basque, AB negative? Okay, cool. Yeah. There's a lot of interesting genetics over there. When I studied uh, the transmission of knowledge, a few people have done this at the same time that I was doing it, that are make content. And what we kind of found was that there was a dissemination of the knowledge from the north, from the Norse actually, down through to the Middle East, and then on to Asia, India, and China. And then the knowledge seemed to swing back up that way. There was like a migration of knowledge, but it passed over most of the inhabited world at one time. Okay, thanks for not trolling us. Trolls are welcome, Black Lips. AB are the rarest. Yeah, yeah, that is a rare blood type. News. Yep, there's something they mess with, and the rest is advertising. That's probably true. Yeah, we're supposed to see our future is going to be great, right? When they hook you up to AI and they can decide for you. You can decide. Well, the computer can decide what you think, can decide what you buy, can decide how you feel. That's the world we're headed for, and people don't seem to realize that. It all starts with the digital ID and social credit, and they're really pushing for that. So, and there there is a group of people we can point to, the group of 300 at the top, and then we can point to like other places like Skull and Bones and wow, the Illuminati. Really, wow, just the hidden people. Those that are hidden, you know. But yeah, there's a lot of groups that have shown themselves. Oh, it's morning here in my head. Okay, yeah, I want some of that good sunshine now. Just yeah, the genetics of humans. Now, there's something interesting too, is the genetics. They claim we have a two-stranded DNA, but I've heard of the first images of it, of DNA, showed that it was four-stranded, which is really interesting. Rhesus disease proved we was messed with. Maybe, yeah. A woman rejects her own offspring. We don't see that anywhere else in nature. Mm, I've seen it. Yeah, I have. If sometimes some animals, if they give, but there are reasons, not like human beings. But I have seen examples of that offspring being kicked out of the nest and stuff. But it is very rare. Yeah, been here 5 minutes already. Well, I brought donuts, so I'm good. Hi, Kyle W. A lot of people that I don't know in these chats. Kind of interesting. I have studied that black lips and noticed some benefit about it. When it came out years ago, Dr. Diamo, I think that's his name, brought out the book Eat Right for Your Blood Type. And I found following it kind of helps, but at the end of it, you kind of find it's mostly these nightshades and different foods that seem to have been introduced into our diet in a not great way. You know, maybe they were introduced as um, a way to alter our genetics, even make us live less. That's entirely possible. You know, by the origins of species crap. No, it doesn't seem to be the way. Um, I would have to say entirely. Some of the ancient writings do talk of something like evolution. Before there was a flower, there was a plant, and so on and so forth. Um, but that could have been other places, right? Our planet's kind of a unique thing. Here's where it gets a little weird, Kyle and Black Lips. I believe that the Earth could be a giant, well, half of a giant dead dragon. Many of the ancients tell us that the Earth is a corpse; it's a dead thing. Um, and in the Sumerian, they claim that Tiamat was used to make half of ours. So it's a dead creature. It's a dead thing, and it's decaying and been dead for a long time. So where was I going with that? Uh, but the evolution thing, yeah. Some of the ancients say that we sprang forth from the blood of the dragons. Um, Now, what form sprang forth from the blood of the dragons, I don't know. We could have sprang forth in this form. There could have been animals there to begin with. There's all kinds of possibilities. The gods or aliens, whatever you believe, may have come down and planted life. So there's all kinds of interesting possibilities other than evolution. You know, I agree with you. I'm scheduled for tomorrow at 11. Were Giants real nice? We don't talk about Bruno. Okay. Hey, Miyuku. How you doing? Good to have you. They did have the solar system on it before we knew about it. They even had Pluto, apparently, which we couldn't see until the 40s or 50s. So they knew stuff. I'm not reading that, Scotty boy. This world certainly isn't what we were taught by schools. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I'll check that out, Mystery School. I love a good presentation on giants. I did it from the astronomy aspect as well as some of the earthly evidence. But there were some aspects I didn't even touch on, like the North American giants, the red-haired giants. I didn't really touch on those. The way I went at it was more of the science aspect of it, showing the creation or the supposed creation of the universe, but I believe is cyclical. It's not a big bang thing. So, but I showed their evidence, which is usable, but it's usable in a different way. So yeah, I used their evidence to show that there were giant things in the past in the universe, and relate that to things like we believe, like I believe there was more pressure uh, in the atmosphere to help the blood flow of these things. They even claim dinosaurs couldn't live um, in our atmosphere because it's too thin for them. So I think the same is with the megafauna. Just straight up off the internet. Just Google search. I'll put the link for it in the comments. Hi, Giant. Yeah, you have to type in a bronze statue of George Washington. Maybe get a better version of it. I don't know. Yeah, if we lost 99%, Linda, if we were like Jupiter or Saturn or Pluto and had, or not Pluto, Uranus and had those huge, thick atmospheres, it'd be well, we would be practically crushed. But hey, conspiracy daddy. But if you were a giant, it would just be a normal thing. We put people in barometric chambers, like high pressure chambers, to speed healing as well. So do you think the geological time scale is bogus? I think geology is entirely bogus. Kyle. I don't know about the time scale. The time scale is probably off as well. I know that their dating processes are absolutely atrocious. Um, like when they use ice core samples, um, they count what could be one storm as a year. Well, it could be one storm. So it doesn't seem like they have the numbers. I calculated it out using the ice core samples as my metric. And what it figures out to is around 24 million years old. I think it was that the Earth is. Somewhere around there. That would be a storm about every other day. So, yeah, somebody posted. I'll put a link. I think I had you up here. Yep. There you are. Hey, Grumpy Stack. How you doing? Hmm. Atlantis. Well, I don't know. There's so many different. Well, there's theories on that one too. I like the idea that it may have been a worldwide civilization that went through a decline, um, possibly because of floods, mud floods, that type of thing. And that the remnants of it may have been the sea people, maybe, or maybe they're the Tartarians. You know, are you familiar with Tartaria? Virtually nothing, Kyle. That would be a disorder where you blame every problem on one group. So you would have to be pretty much mentally deranged and say, you know, the reason that the sky is not as blue as you wanted is because of that group. That's all. So it really means nothing. All right, you know all about Mudflood Tataria, our true cosmology. Oh, you've read, you believe, which cosmology do you follow? Like some people follow flat Earth cosmology, where the Earth is entirely created. Um, I don't follow that one, but I don't really follow anyone. I can change my mind in a moment. But I like Velikovsky's, and it does explain a lot because of the planets spitting us out, you know, us coming out of Saturn's enveloped atmosphere where there was no day or night because it was all illuminated. And then coming out of there and having Jupiter maybe as our sun for a while. And then, you know, I don't know what order, but probably the sun now as our sun. And then maybe Venus going by. It's a I kind of think that's a really cool way. Blame it on the Russians, right? The sky is blue because it's water above. Well, it could be. It could be. The astronauts practice in water, so if that's the medium you want to practice in, then, you know, I don't know. Plate. No, I'm not big on geology, but I do think that things happen as the Earth dries out, Kyle. Like some things will sink maybe, and some things will rise, but plate tectonics, not really. Maybe big scab tectonics. That's what it would be. Yeah, right. More terms they come up with. Yeah, they're enabling people is what that does. Um, will the bell ring in a minute for recess? No. I'm tying them all till I reach that plateau. So plate tectonics, kind of a no, but kind of a yeah. I think it's more like scab tectonics. You take a corpse and you throw it out in space, let the sun dry it out a little bit. It's going to change shape a bit. There are ancient Zuni legends of the Earth being soft, and that kind of leads to the mud flood theory of the Earth being a giant dead creature, and a good reason for us to be having these mud floods because of the skin sloughing off. So I think volcanoes are a result of the dragon's uh, brimstone. Here, let me show you. Oh, got to open up a new tab here. Let's go here to. I'm going to show you a little dragon, just so that we can compare it to, so we can look at the anatomy really. StreamYard. Screen. Let's share. Okay, let's see if that's sharing. Okay, good. comments? Hey, Desert Rose, how you doing, hon? Tiamat was a dragon? Yep, I think so, Linda. Well, hold on a moment. So we were discussing the volcanoes in the dragon's breath and how that's possible. Well, volcanoes, let me just add layers here, are, in my opinion, the dragon's breath. We're on the top half of Tiamat because Tiamat was strewn in half. So let's go to North Africa here. I'll show you the other dragons while I'm here, but while I'm going around. Okay, there you are. So here we go, Morocco. So here's a dragon, I believe. Okay, if you go to Mud Fossil University, he has great videos describing what we're looking at. But we're going to focus in on this area along here, this mountainous area. You can even see the dragon's fluted neck. Here's his head, and here's the dragon's breath coming out of it. So what we're going to focus in on here is the neck. Where are they? Okay, so you can see in this area, this is what I believe is the neck, the throat. Okay, and on either side you can see these colors, two different colors. Okay, and what it is believed is that these are injectors, mixing these two compounds, coming down the dragon's neck, and out his mouth. You can see the two colors continually going. So volcanoes, if I'm right, I don't know for sure, would be this area. So that's why the volcanoes follow a line, is because they would be in this area. Now I'm going to show you a different picture, but that's kind of how I think volcanoes work, is that underneath the earth right now, there's brimstone, or these two compounds being mixed. And let me show you another image, a couple of images of dragon. I'll show you two images of dragons. Yeah. So there's the fish. There's also a fish. There's the story, ancient story of the dragon and the fish. So here's the fish right in there. There's his fin on the back. And here's the dragon spitting his brimstone out on the fish. I don't know what you think of that because I can't read your comments. But, hey Trey, how you doing? So what I think is that the volcanoes follow the lines of the dragon's stomach, that is the earth. And let me show you another dragon that most people can see this one pretty easily. One of the North American dragons. Oops. Oh gosh, layers. Where are the layers? Oh, of course, it's going to put in all these rows. Where are the layers? Oh. Okay, take that off. Layers have moved here. Okay. How do I get rid of the traffic in transit? transit. Click here. Okay. I have to make this a little smaller for a second. Let's see. No, it's just because how I'm doing it on here. It won't let me. Won't let me do it, but I've shown it. There we go. That's a pretty decent image. So here's the dragon's head here. Here's his nostril. Here's the top of his head in Arkansas. I'll go in a little closer. Hopefully the train won't show up. There we go. So you can see his head here, and this is his neck. Follows along this way. And it goes all the way up to the east coast. Right up here you can see the flail of his tail. And there are two different types of dragons that I've shown you. And let's show you the third dragon. Now we can only see this dragon's face. I don't know if you can see it. Either you can or you can't. This is the face of Tiamat. This is Tiamat's eye right here in Yin Yang. This is Tiamat's jawline right along here. This is Tiamat's beard right here coming off. And here you can see Tiamat's nose right here, nostril. And there's a line indicating where his mouth, or her mouth, was actually. Tiamat was a girl. You can see the brow ridge right here. And she even has a few little remnants of horns right up here. I hope you guys can see my cursor. So, and Tiamat has a really long neck, and can show you some indications of that out here. I think that this is some of Tiamat's gut along here, this Pacific Rim in specific. I think that is pieces of Tiamat, or at least her belly, probably split open and caused the flood, and then dried back up and closed back up. I'll be back to chat in a second, but that's one of my favorite images there. Tiamat in all her glory. Must be beautiful to see when you're coming from space, to see, especially say you're a lizard person yourself, right? You come upon this beautiful planet that has the face of a dragon on it. Oh, Atlantic, thank you. Thank you, Kyle. But yeah, that's why I think we have volcanoes. Check out your comments. Pearl Baton. So if the southeast U.S. sunk, the entire treasure wouldn't you be surprised? Yeah. Yeah, the world should be drying out more and more as it goes along. How do you think they made this GIS software you're using, right? Imagine two diploid. Okay, world. Tiamat, I've heard that somewhere before. Okay. They're in the Sumerian books of creation. It's a Sumerian creation story. The more I look at dragons and dead 60-foot giants and larger, I really think there's something to it. Do you know who Randall Carson is? He goes over this stuff. He goes over out in the field and has great footage. Nice. So that's what I think of volcanoes and plate tectonics. So you can take that for what you want, you know. But yeah, the Sumerian tales of Tiamat and Marduk and their battle to the death, where Tiamat was hewn in half and half her body used to make the earth and the other half the stars. Well, it was probably used to make one star at least, and I've been looking for it. So I have a question for you, Kyle. Where's Tiamat's butt? Sorry, I'm joking. Oh, I don't have answers to everything, Kyle. The Ring of Fire, I would say the same thing. It's probably the mixing of those two chemicals from the neck of Tiamat causing bursts in the in her belly or her neck, you know, and that comes up as lava, brimstone. Yeah, right, Desert Rose. But that's my predominant theory at the moment, at any rate, Kyle. If more evidence comes up to change that, I'll change it, you know, easily. But I do keep all the other theories in my head at the same time as well, right? Could be that this Earth was entirely constructed. If you look at the lakes in Peru, I don't think it'll show up on this. This one's very well censored. But let's take a look here. Peru and Bolivia, mostly Bolivia. I think it is. Yeah, right in this area. If you look at these lakes in this area, on the right engine, I don't know what this will show. But you will often see in these lakes structures under the water. And it looks like the earth, like the dirt of the earth, this isn't going to show it. It looks as though the dirt of the earth is just laying on top of a machine almost. It's really amazing to see. That one, no. Let's go out. They're not hard to find, or they weren't before. Let's go in here. But they had all these building like structures in them. Yeah, they blacked out this one. So that was probably one of them. Well, look at that. There's a black that one out too. See, these used to see that's the color of the lake, really. But they put this black over it so you can't see it. There's definitely structures under the water there. Yeah, let's take a. Oops. What happened there? I'll close that. Close that. Yeah, so some people can see the dragon, some people can't. It's I think it's just up to your imagination too, a little bit. But so that's kind of my theory on that, on plate tectonics and all that. What do you believe on plate tectonics, Kyle? Disturbing of fire. Yeah, exactly. Right, Kyle? I think it's so much more exciting to think that we live on half of a giant dead dragon than to think we live on a giant ball of dust. You know? What are you sorry for, Scotty boy? You can have the shoes, but I'm keeping the hat. Okay. Yeah, and imagine, like, there even is, like, I always thought dragons were bullshit too. Who wouldn't, right? It doesn't make much sense, a fairy tale. But when you see, like, the ideas on Mud Fossil University, and this guy is very well studied. I won't say he's like a biologist, or he's not a biologist or anything, but when he shows you these structures, like the dragon, let me, get that so you can see where I am. So this whole ridge up here being the dragon, and you can see the head is tiny, right, compared to the rest of the body. That goes all the way over here to the almost the middle of Africa. So there would be a lot of neck, you would think, on Tiamat as well. So it would be, we can close in on just the neck area. We'll leave the body out. But yeah, just the neck, if you had that all wound up and it was full of this stuff, the inside of the earth would be hot and wet, and you would have eruptions probably. Robot grandma, no. Yeah, the sky is a good clock. And a circuit board, you're right. I have images of that very thing, how the um, neural net of our brain looks very much like the electrical connections in our universe. It's virtually identical in some places. So yeah, robot chicken. I love robot chicken. Yeah, Team Ed did going a gang of squats. Okay. Construct, yeah. Everything's a con, right? Yep, it's all a psyop. We've been lied to from the beginning. Over the past 5 to 7 years, I've relearned just about everything from science to, science, history, theology, everything. They lied to us about everything. They used everything for manipulation and control. And now we're seeing, well, I think they're pushing it too early. I think Bill Gates tried to push it too early. But he wants to do it, and he doesn't care if it doesn't work after he's gone. So I think that's kind of his attitude, is an all or nothing attitude. Gigantic psyop. Hey, John, you want to come up? We haven't, if you're still here, we haven't talked to you for a while. But yeah, it's a total psyop. Like, I remember learning about the great explorers when I was a kid. They weren't great explorers, they were great chickens. Nobody could float a plank on any of the inland seas, so they had to find a way to get around the Moors, you know. So so they set out to go around the Horn of Africa, which is dangerous as hell, and you know came to other places, but they wouldn't have bothered having the great exploration time because they don't wouldn't have wanted people to know about North America. They would have wanted to keep that for themselves. cycles created cause that's entirely believed in many levels. The cycles cause us to reset back so far that we lose all knowledge, memories, makes us start all over trying to decipher the BS. Well, that would be congruent, Linda, with what we're going through now, because we were living in the age of Pisces, the age of doubting and believing. And we're coming into the age of Aquarius, the age of knowing. So that would denote an increase in the ability to discern what's true and what's not. So you think Biden is a dragon? He might be. Robot Grandpa, it's a story a kid told after he disappeared in the mountain in Shasta for a while. I can't tell it's as good, but there's a few versions of it on YouTube. Oh, interesting. Joe Biden is a walking something. I don't know what he is. CGI, automaton, DARPA invention, clone. I don't know if the dragons are coming back soon, Kyle. That'd be cool. I don't think they could come back in the same size. They'd probably be little, like chickens, you know? Because I think chickens were dinosaurs, right? That's even mainstream bullshit science kind of thinks that as well, that they were birds, bird-like. So I think I don't think dinosaurs could exist in the size that they were. Never existed? Okay. Hidden spider parts, yeah. Apparently you can get the queen to activate with some menstrual blood. I don't know. Well, take a look on Google Maps. See if you don't see one there, then maybe they don't exist for you. If they came back, the first thing they would do is eat their mistake. Yeah. Camera goes on and he's full blown senior mode. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Joe is. I don't know that there's no Joe left, anyways. Joe is checked out. Like, we did a remote view on him, and that was pretty much the idea we got, was that he was checked out. So whether he's just coasting along in his body, and they're controlling him, or maybe he was vrilled, you know. He might have been frilled years back. And you guys know about the inner Earth Vril that shoot a proboscis into your eye socket, and then you get the black left eye, right? That all of these politicians have had. They might have all been vrilled at one time. No, I don't think dragons are friendly at all, B. Freeman. There's a statue of a man, a giant. Now, whether it's a real statue or a real person, I'd refer to Mudfossil University for that. But he is definitely attacking a dragon. The dragon always seems to be attacked because there are stories of the eagle and the dragon, how the eagle used to drag the dragon up into the sky and drop them to kill them. So the dragons started eating stones so that the birds couldn't pick them up and drop them. Could be that if they're big enough to have human intelligence, they might be smart in the small size too. Could you, Scott? Yes, John, that squinty eye thing always, even Trump got black eye. Don't see it much. Yeah, I've never had a black eye in my life. Like, how is this so common amongst politicians, you know? Like, are you all walking into doorknobs, you know? Like, come on, what's up with that? Everything was bigger back then. I agree, Desert Rose. Local newscasters even got the black eye, eh? Wow. This is your buddy on Vice? Who is? I didn't see a post. Maybe it's colder now. It could be, too, because a thick atmosphere would hold in heat better, right? And the Earth seems to put off quite a bit of heat, so. And they claim it was a time of like mushrooms, too. Lots of mushrooms, so you wouldn't really have to look for food. Mushrooms just pop up all over the place. That would be awesome. Careful, no bueno. Peachy is no bueno. Yep, they say the real well it goes into the optic nerve and eventually makes its way to your spinal cord apparently and takes over that way. That's true, Mystery School. The mythology does tell us exactly what happened. If you read Ovid and Hesiod, they're very good sources. It's very long, by the way, but yeah, they talk about the Earth being a corpse, um, how it was wetter, how things were different, you know. So read them, and you know, take it as it's written. You know, Vril is no bueno, right? Still nice and warm here. Okay. Wish it was warm here. It's -4 today. Really dropped in temperature. So I'm not enjoying that. I had to go out, but no, nothing showed. I'll check over on YouTube. No, nothing. Where are you there, John? Gotta wait for chat to catch up. There you are. There you go. Try it now. Left eye parasites controlling humans cannot be good. Yeah. Um. No, I did not, Kyle. I unfortunately missed out on my third and fourth, or my second and third, or whatever. Did you? I'm in Canada, so I can't talk bad about that subject, or I'll get taken down. But I can talk about anything else. I could promote it. That's all I could do. Yeah, you can talk about it. That's fine. It makes you immune to dragon fire breath. Nice. Then I'm definitely going to think about it. There, now it posted. Oh, get tested. It keep you safe, right? Isn't that what they say? You haven't? Okay. Yeah. I've talked about it quite a bit. Uh, I can talk about it, but I just can't say it's bad. To me, I actually smell people that are vaccinated. It seems to wear off after a while, though. This is Vice show about Tartaria info, remote viewing, dragons, etc. Awesome. Thank you, Giant. Some people's eye kind of look a bit off later, even after the vril extracted. I don't know if they can extract them because the vril apparently takes over the thought, and the human host virtually dies, like their brain. Or they're trapped. I'm not sure, but it'd be horrible to be trapped. Eh? Oh, thanks, Conspiracy Daddy. Yellow eyes, long pointy teeth, clawed hands. It was just for a few seconds. I didn't even know what a vril was until someone told me. Yeah, they're teeny little guys too, apparently. I see dead people. No, they don't care about free speech, and they're coming up with bills now that'll even further squash our free speech. Bill C-67, the Internet Bill, Internet Pre-Crime Bill is what we like to call it. You smell them too, yeah. Vril is chi energy, just with a punch. Well, that is one interpretation of it, but VRILL is a lizard. But yes, you are correct, Desert Rose. The Nazis were very into the vril energy. They may have been into the vril species as well. I don't know. Do they? I haven't really noticed that, but and I noticed it does seem to fade after a while. Like it doesn't last in their system. I don't know if the genetic changes are permanent in the gene therapy, um, but it does seem the smell seems to fade unless they get the booster. Hi, Lightning. What significance does the dragon have? Well, I don't know. At the moment, it seems we're living on one. I see two or three that are lying around in the landscape. So, and there's dragon Kundalini energy that some people associate with the dragon. Kundalini and Kundabuffer energy, the two intertwined snakes. Smells like pine sol or vinegar. Yeah, I think it's. I thought it smelled more. Yeah, kind of like that. I guess. Like to me, it was like old soap. Very dry. Very dry. They lose compassion. Oh, maybe. Yeah, super creepy, Linda. I used to hang out in X Serious Discord a lot. Yeah, I tried Discord. Didn't enjoy it too much. It's not. It's interactive, but it's not. I don't know how to explain that, but I didn't enjoy it. I don't like Discords. I like talking to you guys like live like this. This is so much better. There's a tiny little creature that said telepathically, "I'm still here." I was like, "What the fuck? What are you?" I laughed and waved my hand and told it to go away. It was wild. Cool. Yeah, you're lucky it didn't shoot its thingy at you. Really? Yeah, they're still trying to push it, eh? Maybe it's like a zombie thing, eh? They put in the vaccine. You know, you have this vaccine, you must push it on others. Yeah, exactly, Desert Rose. I couldn't agree more. Discord puts out the energy of its spelling. Discord, no bueno. Queen and rationality. Yeah, the 300. There's the club of three, or the group of 300, council of 300. You can call them. I think that's what they're officially called. Oh, okay. Yeah, just started a show on Discord. Yeah, I don't really like Discord, but maybe if they change it. I find people opening up all these like sub um, chats and all that. There's end up with like 30, 40 different little chats, and it ignorance is bliss. Yeah, it is. Yeah, Jesus says once you learn, you'll become disturbed. Uh, Creatures don't scare me, but if I had known what it was, I might have had some power over me because maybe I couldn't have had a second of fear. Maybe. Could be that it wasn't your time. You know, could have been just a chance meeting. Who knows? Interesting though. Yeah, I've joined it a few times. I just didn't enjoy it. The original Vril had a tentacle, and you get in bed. Yeah, what what you're talking about there, B. Freeman, is what's called the proboscis. It's a little horn or like a little Hershey's kiss on their forehead, and that apparently shoots out into the eye of the victim, and that little thing contains the consciousness of the Vril lizard, and the little Vril lizard dies, but its consciousness is in you. So it takes over, going in through your eye, down your optic nerve, um, into your spinal cord, where it takes over. It wraps around and blends itself with your spinal cord, and then you're fully realized. You're a dragon, rar. Okay. The word cordial used to mean polite and respectful. Absolutely, Miri. Walking like an Egyptian. Three gods put Arglamir's body in the void, Gunganad, and fashioned the earth from his flesh. I thought it was Ymir, but okay. The seas from his blood, the mountains from his bones, stones from his teeth. I'll have to read that one. Algamir, I'll have to look up that name and that story. Thank you. I am a warrior shooting at the walls of your heartache. Bong bong. Okay. Working with Tim Pool for a while, but now he's back on YouTube and other platforms. I've never seen Tim Pool. I saw him in a clip. That's about it. I don't know what he talks about. They usually show presidents shining papers, lots of hand shots. This one's always standing behind podium, mostly headshots. My friend is an SS. He was lucky. If I ever saw it again, run unless yeah, your friend. Yeah, if I ever saw that, I'd turn the other way. What queen? What gets activated with menstrual? Oh, the queen apparently, um, because she's a lizard. She won't. Apparently, what it is she'll lose her shit basically, out of excitement, and that um, her facade, her human facade, will fall, and we'll see the lizard that she is. That's the idea. Ymir is another name for him. Okay, thank you. Queen, it was maybe 3 arms length away. Wow. Real lizards are supposed to be creatures that live underground. They're lizards, upright lizards like us. And they have a proboscis that they can shoot their consciousness into you. And it goes into your eye, and you get a black eye, but it goes through your optic nerve and down to your spine and takes over your body. And then there's also Vril energy, that I guess is somewhat like Kundalini or Kundabuffer energy, or whatever name you want to give it. Yeah, so those are the two types that I know of. You're born in the year of the dragon? Nice. I hope that explains it, Lightning. Yeah, see, they have a dragon on the zodiac, so why wouldn't there be a real dragon, right? From your hands to send healing? I don't know about the other. Okay. Colony created inside a giant's head. Oh, interesting, Mystery Schooler. That's very telling, right? They put it in Hollywood just to rub it in your face, probably. Yeah, I don't want to get taken over by a Vril, B. Freeman. Yeah, apparently they were connected with the Third Reich as well. Yep, I like Robert Seffer. You're listening to Hall and Oates, Scotty boy. He talks about Vril a lot. Yeah, he does. Talks about Vril energy and the retention of the semen. I called it "Chi, you're born with it." Okay. Yeah, the Vril's an interesting subject. I would not want to run into a Vril. ARS just called him out. Interesting. Oh, okay. I don't know who you're talking about, but sure. So are our politicians? I don't know. Maybe they're vrilled before they're cloned, eh? They say that the Vril don't live very long because they don't live a very good lifestyle. They're very sense oriented. That's why these people. That's why it's a good explanation for Joe sniffing little girls' heads and stuff. Because apparently these Vril just have no sense of morality or common decency. So about his grandparents, yeah. Yeah, there's a Vril energy that I know of. I haven't heard of Vril demons. What we're talking about is Vril lizards, not demons. Nice, Linda. Yeah, just send it away. Apparently, there are two meanings for one word. Yeah. Vril is going to enhance what you already are. Yeah, Vril energy or chi energy, they call it. Either or. All right, guys. Well, it's almost dinner time for me. We've covered a lot of subjects tonight. I'd like to thank you all for coming by. Thank you to the new people. Nice to meet you. I hope Linda can keep away from those things. Yeah, I wouldn't want to see a vril, Linda. So until next time, much love to you all. Keep that third eye open. Use your intelligence and your intuition. Bye bye.